Hey everyone, welcome. So today we're going to do something really practical. We're going to build the story of a typical morning, from that first alarm buzz all the way to walking out the door, but all in French. Think of it like we're writing a script just for you, for your day. Ready? Let's get started. So let me ask you something. If someone came up to you and said, "Qu'est-ce que tu fais le matin?" What's your answer? How do you describe your morning? It's a super common question, right? But man, finding the right words can be a little tough. Well, don't worry. We're going to solve that problem together right now. Because, talking about your daily routine, that's like the foundation of everyday conversation. And by the time we're done here, you're not just going to have a list of new words. Oh no, you'll have a whole story, your story, ready to go. Okay, so every story has a beginning, right? And for our morning, it all starts with that first moment, which, let's be honest, can sometimes be a bit of a challenge, waking up. All right, here's our very first line. Je me lève. Go on, try saying it. Je me lève. That's it. The alarm goes off, and this is what happens. You get up. Super simple, super direct. Now I want you to look closely at that little word in the middle, me. You're going to see this guy pop up a lot. It's what's called a reflexive pronoun, which is just a fancy way of saying the action is happening to you. So you're not just getting up, you're getting yourself up. Honestly, getting this right is the secret to sounding way more natural. And hey, look at that. Here it is again. Je me lave. I wash myself. See? That me is right there, showing that the action of washing is happening to you. Je me lave. Okay, on to a classic. Je me brosse les dents. I brush my teeth. Now here's a really cool tip for you. In English, we say my teeth. But in French, you don't have to say mes dents. Why? Because that little me already tells us whose teeth you're brushing. It's doing all the work. So, je me brosse les dents is perfect. All right, so we're clean, we're mostly awake. Now it's time to get dressed and get some fuel for the day. Let's keep our story going. Next on the list is je m'habille. Now, did you see what happened there? That me became M with an apostrophe. That's just because habille starts with a vowel, so it makes the whole thing flow off the tongue a lot better. Je m'habille. I get dressed. Okay, so you're dressed, you walk into the kitchen, it is time for breakfast. Le petit déjeuner. But what's the best way to actually say you're having breakfast? Turns out you've got a couple of really good options. And this is where it gets kind of interesting. So, on the one hand, you could say je mange, which means I eat. Makes perfect sense, right? But you'll also hear je prends, which literally means I take. And guess what? They're both totally correct and people use them all the time. But here's the key, the real inside scoop. While manger is fine, using prendre, to take, when you're talking about having a meal, is super, super common in France. So if you say je prends le petit déjeuner, you're going to sound just a little bit more like a local. It's a fantastic detail to lock away. So we are fed, we are dressed, and we are ready to face the world. Let's get to the final chapter of our morning story, actually heading out the door. And look who's back. Our old friend, me. Je me prépare. This is the perfect phrase for all those little last-minute things, Grabbing your keys, finding your bag, throwing on a coat. You're getting yourself ready. Je me prépare. And now for the final act. Je quitte la maison. I leave the house. Now, wait a second. Notice anything missing? There's no me. And that's because you aren't leaving yourself, you're leaving a place, the house. Makes sense, right? Simple and direct. And where are we going? Well, for a lot of us, the destination is work. So we say, je vais au travail. I go to work. And just like that, that's the end of our morning at home and the real beginning of the day. Okay, so we've collected all the different pieces of our morning story. Let's put them all together now and just see how it flows from start to finish. All right, here it is, your complete morning script. Let's just run through it one more time. Je me lève, je me lave, je me brosse les dents, je m'habille, je prends le petit déjeuner, je me prépare, je quitte la maison et je vais au travail. Do you see that? It's a complete narrative. That is your morning in French. So there you have it. You've got the words, you've got the structure, you literally have the script to tell the story of your morning in perfect French. So the only real question left is, how are you going to describe your morning tomorrow?